cheeky, check out my, now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh no, hold up, pull my out the jaw, come on. Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know you short a few. Oh no. Hey, Pete, let it ride out. We want back ends, wipe my sins.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck rolling to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over. This is caught inside the 15. And he's way down into Dallas territory. Inside the Cowboy 15. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They run with Hines, and he'll get about 3, just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. He's at the 30, the 20.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Luck. Escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down. This is Hines. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Lott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and sneak it here. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And he takes it in for a Colts score. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just falling behind him.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Then we're going to 53. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second. Down. Second down, Prescott. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Hines. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Knight eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run with Mack. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Leopard!
Throwing on 1st down. Knight. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now it's Hines. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Knight flush to his right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Set. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cowboys have recovered. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Prescott now from the 50, escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A second down throw for Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jabal Sheard in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Austin. Nifty move. Oh, and now he pulls him over. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Throwing, Prescott, and that's off the mark, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Line 8. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 8.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The result, a 1st down as the quick slant gets him 14. A 1st first down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things.
Oh, Prescott stripped. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jackson. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off the play fake. Knight. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll go with a keeper, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 3-19. Now Mack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
From the gun on third down. Knight. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Austin. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott looking deep in the direction of Coop. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Throwing to start the drive. Knight. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They got 29 yards that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Knight. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the fourth. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Alex Smith, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. Dances by him. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Room to run inside the 40. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He's back to throw, eluding the pressure right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. And they're able to spike it with time remaining. And now in field goal range here with a chance to get this one to OT. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. One last shot now for Prescott. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.